Some pools make you question how anyone dares to swim in them, hanging off cliffs, built on glass floors, or sitting in the most dangerous spots. You won't believe they actually exist. These designs are as terrifying as they are unforgettable. Number 10. The Devil's Pool, Victoria Falls, Zambia. This pool isn't just terrifying, it's borderline suicidal. Perched on the edge of Victoria Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in the world, the Devil's Pool lets swimmers peer over a 355-foot drop. That's not a typo. During the dry season, a natural rock barrier keeps you from being swept over the edge. But one wrong move, one slip, and you're gone. The current is strong, the rocks are slick, and the adrenaline is off the charts. Tourists literally crawl across the rocks to reach it, guided by locals who know the safest path. But even then, standing inches from death while water roars beside you, that's not a pool, it's a dare. And yes, there's footage of people laughing, splashing, and smiling. But behind those smiles is pure fear. This isn't a place for casual swimmers. It's for thrill seekers who want to flirt with nature's fury and live to tell the tale. Number 9. Nemo. 33, Brussels, Belgium. This pool looks normal until you realize it's 113 feet deep. That's deeper than most scuba diving spots. Nemo 33 was built for divers, not casual swimmers. The water is crystal clear, but the deeper you go, the darker it gets. There are underwater caves, tunnels, and platforms that feel like something out of a horror movie. You're not just swimming. You're descending into the unknown. The pressure builds, your ears pop, and the silence becomes deafening. Divers have described the feeling as floating in space, but with the constant fear of running out of air. One wrong turn and you're lost in a maze of submerged chambers. It's not just the depth, it's the isolation. You're alone, surrounded by water, with no surface in sight. And if you're not trained, forget it. This pool doesn't forgive mistakes. It's beautiful, yes, but terrifying in every sense. The footage? Haunting. You'll feel the chill just watching it. After the eerie silence of Nemo 33, we plunge into something far more exposed, where the fear isn't just depth, it's height. Number 8. The Marina Bay Sands Infinity Pool, Singapore. This pool sits 57 stories above ground. Let that sink in. You're swimming on the rooftop of one of the tallest hotels in the world, with nothing but a glass edge between you and a deadly drop. The view is stunning, but the fear is real. One glance over the edge and your stomach flips. It feels like you could fall straight into the skyline. The pool stretches across 3 towers, and while it's luxurious, the height messes with your head. People freeze mid-swim. Some refuse to go near the edge. And if you're afraid of heights, forget it. The footage shows tourists clinging to the sides, trying to enjoy the view without having a panic attack. It's not just a pool, it's a psychological test. You're floating above the city, exposed to the wind, the vertigo, and the constant reminder that one misstep could turn paradise into a nightmare. Number 7. Cenote y Yucatán, Mexico. This isn't your average pool. It's a sinkhole, a deep natural pit surrounded by jungle, vines, and stone walls that feel like they belong in a lost civilization. Cenote y drops over 130 feet into dark, cold water. Tourists leap from the ledge above, but once you're in, it's a different world. The water is eerily still. The walls echo every splash. And beneath the surface? Caverns, shadows, fish darting through the gloom. It's beautiful, yes, but it feels haunted. The depth messes with your head. You can't see the bottom. You float, suspended in silence, wondering what's below. The footage shows people laughing, but there's always that one swimmer who freezes mid-stroke, overwhelmed by the vast emptiness. It's not just a swim, it's a descent into something primal. Ancient Mayans considered cenotes sacred. After one dip, you'll understand why. From the sacred depths of Cenote y We now crawl into a pool that feels more like a crypt than a place to relax. Number 6. Why 40 Deep Joy? Montegrotto, Terme, Italy. Forget everything you know about swimming pools. Why 40 Deep Joy is the deepest pool on Earth, plunging a jaw-dropping 40 meters straight down. That's the height of a 12-story building. Located inside Hotel Terme Mil Pini, this monster was designed for professional divers, not casual swimmers. The descent starts gentle, but then the pool narrows into a vertical shaft that feels like a watery elevator to the underworld. There are underwater caves, tunnels, and platforms, but once you hit the deep zone, it's just you and the abyss. The water's warm, but the vibe is ice cold. Divers have described the experience as surreal, terrifying, and addictive. And yes, there's footage of people free-diving into the depths, disappearing into the blue like ghosts. One wrong move, and panic sets in. This isn't just a pool, it's a psychological test. If you're not trained, don't even think about it. Why 40 doesn't forgive fear, it feeds on it. Number 5. The Red Pool, the Library Resort, Koh Samui, Thailand. At first glance, it looks like a crime scene. Blood-red water shimmering under the sun, but it's not blood, it's the tiles. Red, orange, and yellow mosaic tiles give this pool its disturbing glow. The moment you see it, your brain screams, danger. Swimmers hesitate. Some refuse to get in. It's not just the color, it's the psychological punch. You're floating in what looks like liquid fire, and when the sun hits just right, it turns into a glowing pit. The contrast with the white sand and minimalist design makes it even creepier. It's luxury wrapped in unease. The footage shows tourists nervously dipping their toes, unsure if they're entering a spa or a horror movie. And once you're in, the red tint clings to your skin, making it feel like you've been marked. It's not deep, it's not high, but it's terrifying in a way no other pool dares to be. Next, we're heading to a pool that's not just scary, it's alive. Number 4. The Golden Nugget Shark Tank Pool, Las Vegas, USA. Yes, you read that right. Sharks. Real ones. This pool wraps around a massive aquarium filled with live sharks, and the only thing separating you from them is a thick glass wall. You swim inches away from hammerheads and blacktips, watching them glide past like underwater assassins. There's even a water slide that shoots you straight through the tank, so fast you barely register the panic. It's thrilling, but it's also deeply unsettling. You're not in the ocean. You're in a pool. But your brain doesn't care. It sees fins, teeth, and movement, and it freaks out. The footage shows people laughing nervously, gripping the sides, and some flat out refusing to go in. You're safe, technically. But emotionally, you're swimming in anxiety. This pool turns luxury into a predator's playground, and every second inside feels like borrowed time. Number 3. The Hanging Pool, Houston, Texas, USA. This pool literally hangs off the edge of a skyscraper. Located at Market Square Tower, it's a glass-bottom pool that extends 10 feet past the edge of the building on the 40th floor. You step into the water, look down, and see the street below. No tricks, no illusions, just a clear view of your potential doom. The glass is thick, yes, but your brain doesn't care. It screams, "Get out!" Swimmers have reported vertigo, panic attacks, and the overwhelming urge to crawl back to safety. The footage is wild. People inching forward, gripping the sides, some lying flat just to avoid looking down. You're floating in the sky, exposed to wind, gravity, and your own fear. One step forward feels like a leap into madness. Number 2. The Blue Lagoon, Grindavík, Iceland. It looks magical. Milky blue water surrounded by black volcanic rock. Steam rising like something out of a fantasy novel. But don't let the calm fool you. This geothermal pool is fed by superheated water from deep underground near a lava flow. The temperature hovers around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and while it's considered therapeutic, the idea of bathing in volcanic runoff is unnerving. The water is rich in minerals like silica and sulfur, which can sting your eyes and irritate your skin if you're not careful. And the eerie silence? It's not peaceful. It's haunting. You float in thick, mineral-rich water that feels more like gel than liquid. The fog rolls in, visibility drops, and suddenly you're alone in a surreal, steaming void. The footage shows people relaxing, but there's always that moment when someone realizes, this isn't a spa, it's a science experiment. One wrong step, and you're slipping into a pit of boiling earth. And now, we reach the final pool. The one that defies logic, safety, and sanity. Ready for number one? Number 1, Sky Pool, Embassy Gardens, London, UK. Imagine swimming in a pool suspended 115 feet above ground, made entirely of transparent acrylic. That's the Sky Pool. It stretches between 2 luxury apartment buildings, floating in midair like a glass coffin. You're not just swimming, you're dangling over traffic, rooftops, and pedestrians who stare up in disbelief. The bottom is see-through. The sides are see-through. And your brain? It's screaming. Every stroke feels like a dare. The pool sways slightly with the wind, and even though engineers swear it's safe, your instincts say otherwise. Some refuse to enter. Others crawl in, clutching the sides, unable to look down. It's not just height, it's exposure. You're swimming in a glass box, suspended in space, with nothing but trust in engineering keeping you alive. And that's why it earns the crown as the world's most terrifying swimming pool.